Hey, good day to you. This is Stan Prochowski with Prochowski Estate Law, and this is the Ask Stan show every Thursday at 12 noon, where I answer all your estate planning questions submitted throughout the week. If you have a question about wills, trusts, Medicaid pre-planning, Medicaid crisis planning, the nursing home, or just estate planning in general, just send them to me here on Facebook or call me at 363-7222 or email me at prochowskiestatelaw@gmail.com. I'll answer them live on WKSR Radio, and we post them here on the Ask Stan show every Thursday. So, let's get right to it.
We got a lot to talk about. Stan Prochowski, Stan the Man, with us every Thursday morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, just having a good day. Weather's pretty good. Might get a little bit of sunshine before the hurricane comes in, but it'll pass. So.
I don't think we're going to see the bulk of the rain for us till tomorrow, probably.
Isn't it amazing?
Hope I'm right about that.
Isn't it amazing how a hurricane can come into the Gulf of Mexico and then rains on us for 3 days?
Yeah, I know. Did you see kind of what they call the cone turn of that, where it goes up to Arkansas and turns right, comes across Tennessee and Kentucky,
and then hooks it right across us.
Yeah.
I know. Oh well. At least we're not suffering the brunt of it like the folks on the coast.
They are. There's some folks that's on the brunt of it that's suffering mightily this morning. They really are.
I don't even know if I ever want to see a 20-foot storm surge. I think I'm pack up and head inland a little bit there.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we got the seminar tonight. I know you got the mailer there. We got our seminar today, as a matter of fact. We're doing it twice. We're doing it live. This is the first in-person live event we've had since January. Folks are anxious to get out. We've got good RSVP. Our seating was a little limited because we're practicing the social distancing guidelines and that stuff. Keeping things clean. But doing it today twice. Doing it once at noon and then once again at 6 o'clock. Going to do it 2 doors down from my office, or the door right next to the theater on the square, the old Abernathy Hardware building. That's where we're doing it. There'll be signs up. You can't miss it. Come on in there. It's called Wills, Trust, and the Nursing Home. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about wills and how a will versus a trust, pros and cons of a will plan, and the advantages of a trust plan. And then we're going to move right into what I call the nursing home, or how not to go broke in the nursing home. So that's the topic for it. But for the bulk of the time this morning, I want to, if I can get those oldies out of my head, can't get my thoughts straight. So, I like to answer questions that people ask. And I had a couple of questions this week that were about on the same topic. And it was sort of like when they want to leave their wealth, or what I call wealth transfer or an inheritance, to their children. They have concerns about what their children are going to do with it, or if they're going to use it for a good purpose, or if they're going to take advantage of it, or sometimes they worry whether it's just going to get blown or squandered, or spent on things that it's not what they really had in mind. And when we talk about that and we counsel that, I explain to them that there's a better way to leave it and there's ways to control that. So I put together one of my little stories. Last week I told you a story. Which story did I tell last week?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
It was the Little Red Wagon. Remember?
Yeah, the Little Red Wagon.
Well, this one I'm going to call the condo story. It kind of explains those people's concerns. So if you have that same concern, let's see if this doesn't help explain it a little bit. It's a little simplistic, but it gives you the idea. Because it is trust law and how we draft trust that solve this problem. So here you are. You have your estate, right? You've got your lifetime of wealth. You got all your money that you've earned over the years, and everything you've accomplished, and all the wealth that you've accumulated in a lifetime. And of course, at some point, something happens to you. Okay, and you pass away. Well, you've got 3 children, right? So who gets the money? Well, a third to each of them, right? Say $600,000, $200,000 to each child, right? Well, actually, I say probably absolutely not. I mean, you love your kids way too much to give them all your money, okay? So how about we do something a little different and just give them a third of everything? How about we set up a trust for each one of the kids? 3 children, 3 trusts. Each one of the kids gets their own trust, and that trust has got 1/3 of the money in it. So they get their money that's in trust. And then we go another step further, and we make each of the kids trustees over their own trust, but we also make each of the kids a co-trustee with each other over the trust. So let's put some names on here. So we got let's say you got a daughter, let's call her Trish. And she's got $200,000 in her trust. And she says to her brother's Danny, he says, hey, Danny, you're my co-trustee. She says, I need $100,000 out of my trust because I want to buy a condo down in Florida. And Danny says, he says, no, I'm not going to agree to that. She goes, okay, Danny, you're my co-trustee, you're fired. And, I'll go get the other sibling that'll say yes. And Danny says, wait a minute, Trish, don't fire me. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just let the trust buy the condo for you? And he says, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So now the trust buys the condo down in Florida. So who owns the condo? Well, Trish's trust does, right? Because it's, the trust is an actual entity. The trust bought the condo. So who gets to use the condo? Well, not Danny, he's just a co-trustee. Trish gets to use it. She has full control over it because she's the beneficiary. Danny's just a co-trustee. So Trish has complete use and complete control of the condo. Now, let's take it another step further. Trish gets on down to Florida. She stays there for a while. And of course, she has her husband. They go down and start spending some time at the condo in Florida. And as fate would have it, her husband, falls for Bambi the barmaid and sort of runs off with her. And at some point in time, the husband serves Trish with some divorce papers. Here's divorce papers. What about the condo? Does the husband get half of the condo because he's divorcing the condo owner? No, he doesn't, because Trish never really owned it. The trust owned it. So it's what I call divorce proof. Can't get at it. Who's in control of Trish's trust? Trish is. So let's so can anybody get at it? Can lawsuits get at it? Can her husband get at it and take it away during the divorce? The answer is no. Only Trish can take the money from Trish's trust. So, that's pretty powerful when you think about it. So let's fast forward many years, okay? And let's say Trish ends up in a nursing home. She's got a stroke and paralyzed and ends up in a nursing home. The nursing home says, hey, we're really thrilled that your parents left you all this nifty money in this trust. So now we just want you to cut us a check for $10,000 this month, for the care. And you say, well, the thing is, I got to get permission from my co-trustee. So we go to Danny, and we call him up, and we say, Danny, we need $10,000 check for the nursing home. Well, Danny says, no way. So do you fire him? No, you actually hug his neck, okay? So the big takeaway from all this is you can leave your wealth to your children, and when you just leave it to them, it's unprotected. There is a better way. You can leave it to them, and you can keep it protected, and you can control it, and you can pass it down through generations and keep it in the family. Because now that Trish is in the nursing home, and she doesn't have to pay through her trust, now she's going to pay for her care through the years and years and years of her paying for Medicaid through her paycheck. She's already paid for her long-term care. Why should she now have to pay everything her parents left her for long-term care that she's already paid for? It's kind of like income tax planning. You want to maximize and plan your strategy so that you take advantage of the many, many dollars that you've paid into the system and minimize what will be taken. So anyway, that's sort of a easy story about how we can leave property. And if you're concerned that you have an adult child or something that might blow through it or squander it, and you want him to have it and use it, maybe want him to have a house and a home for his wife and his children and keep it, give him that home and put it in the trust, and don't let him be able to squander it. All kinds of ways to do that. Those are just an example brought up. But hopefully that explains a little bit about how leaving property to trust work. And we'll talk a little bit about that at the seminar, because folks always ask these questions at the seminar. So pretty excited about it. Like I said, it's our first live one. People are just ready to get out. I don't know if you've experienced that, but I sure have. Wear a mask. If you want to come, wear a mask if you want. We'll have some at the door if you need one. We'll certainly have everybody distanced so you can wear it or not wear it. I'm not going to wear one because I'll be doing all the talking, but I'll be standing up in front, and I won't be spitting on you. I'll be out of spitting range. So anyway, that's what we're going to talk about, called wills, trusts, in the nursing home today at noon. Lasts about an hour, and then today at 6 p.m. So come on by, do it. We're also going to stream it online. Alex is going to be there. She's going to be the tech person. She's going to stream it, put the PowerPoint up, and run the camera. So if you're uncomfortable coming around and being with people, call us, and she'll send you the link. It's a Zoom link. You can hook up and come in at noon or at 6 o'clock, and you can watch it online. You'll see the same thing that the folks are seeing on the screen down there. So, you know, we're all ready for it. Everything will be nice and clean and sanitized. Miss Tammy's making some cookies. Gonna put them in little baggies for everybody so they don't get handled. You know, we're practicing all the guidelines. So
I've had some of her cookies. She makes good cookies.
Let me stand up and you take a look at my waistline and you decide whether I've had some of her cookies or not. Okay?
Hey, listen, I know that you've already mentioned this, but just to back up for our folks, maybe that didn't grab it all, two-part question right here. Tell us again exactly where your seminar is today, and can folks still just show up? I know they made reservations. You had, plenty that made reservations. What's the status on that?
Well, we're doing pretty good. I think we have a capacity because of our social distancing. Okay,
Right.
I mean we could pack them in normally, but because of this, we're putting everybody the 6 feet apart and tables. And I think we probably have a spot or two. I'll have to check with Alex, but I prefer you call and let me know you're coming for that very reason, so we have a place for you. So if you're interested, give me a quick call at 363-7222. And my office is right there in the southeast corner of the square right beside the theater. Mm-hmm. And where this is the door on the other side of the theater. Remember, it's the old Abernathy hardware building. Martin, I have that building now. Martin rents it. They have their Maker's Lab in there in their classes, but I use it when I have my seminars. So it's going to be right there, 2 doors down from my office, or just on the other side of the theater from my office. We'll have some red ropes out in the front and some signs up. You can't miss it. If you find that side of the square, you found it. So, but yeah, I think we have some space. I think one of them's a little more popular than the other, the 6 p.m. But we still have a couple spots left, and we have a spot actually over there that I can set up a table if I have to accommodate somebody if they do walk in. But Alex is telling me I think we may have as many as 4 spots collectively over the 2. So, I'd say call me and tell me you're coming.
Okay.
How many are coming? So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm anxious to get back live, and people always have questions. The seminar usually lasts an hour, but I'm usually there for 45 minutes to an hour afterward answering questions, and I'm more than happy to do it. I always tell people at the noon one, I have another one at 6, so I have that long to answer questions. And the one at 6, I tell them I'll stick around till midnight if you want me to, but I'll answer every question that people bring. So if you're coming, bring them with you, and I'll answer them, and we'll take care of you.
Well, good deal. Good
Sounds
deal.
good. So,
Good luck at your seminar today. I hope you have a good turnout, and I think you're going to. You already did. Be interesting.
Folks are coming. So, great. Hey, thank you for the oldies. Got 2 of them today.
I sure did. Got 2 of them in today.
I'll have another one for you next Thursday.
I'm sure you will. Stan the Man Perchowski.